Hey everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful morning when you see this. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to facilitate our group this morning. I had work stuff come up and I have to be in Dallas by by like 8:45 in the morning. But I didn't want to not have this available for you. So again, this is our morning Radiant Heart morning Lojong group with the Lojong slogans. And if you haven't joined us before, welcome. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the future. And if not, either way, I hope you just welcome and I hope you enjoy. The way we normally start, we have our little opening incense offering, offering to the bodhisattvas and the mahasattvas to be with us and to inviting them with our practice. And then we'll have a guided meditation. We'll go into the Lojong slogan for this week. This is our third week, and we'll call it a morning. So just find a comfortable way to sit and get relaxed, and we'll get started. Our morning incense offering, if you know it, great. It's on our page on the Facebook Radiant Heart Sangha Ministry page. If not, just feel free to obviously just listen. Incense burning, all space is filled with the fragrance. All Buddhas smell it from afar. Auspicious clouds gathering everywhere. With utmost sincerity, all Buddhas appear. We pay homage and offer clouds of incense to the bodhisattvas and the mahasattvas. We pay homage and offer clouds of incense to the bodhisattvas and the mahasattvas. We pay homage and offer clouds of incense to the bodhisattvas and the mahasattvas. I always like to start with that. That is one of the handed down from our teachers, Venerable Panawati, Venerable Panadipa, and from their teachers beyond that. It's a good way to start the morning to invite all the awakened beings to join us. And so, that being said, again, continue finding a comfortable way to sit. Allowing your eyes to either gently close or, if you prefer, simply looking downward. Breathing naturally, either in and out through the nose, or if you prefer, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And allowing the eyes to soften, jaw to relax, allowing the shoulders to naturally relax and to fall from your head. Relaxing any tension or tightness in your arms, hands, fingers. Just allowing them to relax gently on your legs or folded in front of you. Feel the movement of your chest as you're breathing in and out. Allowing your belly to soften as much as you can. And feeling the contact with the cushion or the chair where you're sitting. And then bringing your attention moving through the legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet. Simply holding your attention with the feelings or what you're feeling in these areas. And then bring the attention back to your breath or to the breath. And finding a spot where it's most noticeable. And just holding on to that spot as an anchor, as a point of return so when the mind wanders or if there's any distractions. To just kind of catch yourself and to gently bring the attention back to the breath, back to that spot. And taking a moment to remember letting go of any thoughts of the past, letting go of any thoughts of the future. Simply observe and rest with the mind, allowing the mind to sit with the breath, to sit with the body. As you're breathing in, knowing that you're breathing in. And as you're breathing out, knowing that you're breathing out. Again, at any point, the mind begins to wander or you get distracted with thinking or planning or anything that comes up, simply recognizing that. And then, doing what you can, allowing yourself to gently redirect back to the breath, back to the body, back to each moment. Simply training the mind to move away from the doing that's in the head and back to the just being with what's happening right here, right now. And for the remainder of the practice, we will continue in silence. And again, just remembering, staying with the breath, staying with the body. Seeing how thoughts and feelings, sounds, everything, all of the sense doors is impermanent. Everything is moving along. Returning to the breath, staying with the breath. And as everything arises, simply letting go. Just allowing everything to arise and pass away. So for those of you that are joining us for the first time, the book, I'd like to keep this morning practice pretty simple. And again, we're doing the Lojong slogans, and we're using the Compassion book by Pema Chodron and her little adaptation of it, little translations of it. But the Lojong slogans are attributed to Atisha, who was an Indian master, pretty much known as like the second wave of Indian Buddhism coming to Tibet. He's known for bringing things back, especially to the practice, of the Mahayana practice with the land rim, the path that leads to enlightenment, but not forgetting with the bodhicitta, the cultivation of an open heart or awakened heart for all beings. And just to go back again, this is week 3, but I think it's good. Every morning I even bring to mind this first slogan, which, it says first train in the preliminaries. So what's common in these outer preliminaries, especially with the Tibetan Buddhism, are, to simply recognize the preciousness of like this human birth. Here we are in this human form, and here we are, we have this opportunity to practice the Dharma, to learn the Dharma, and to embrace the Dharma. In this human form, we're able to experience all the vicissitudes, all the pleasures and pains of this life. But having this human form, that's what gives us, that's our groundwork for working these practices and to train the mind and to train the heart. So these preliminaries, again, to 1, recognize this preciousness of this human birth. 2, to simply remember that everything is impermanent, so that I use my time wisely. I don't squander my time. I make sure that I'm using my time to practice and to help others. I also remember that, to cultivate wholesome actions, to let go of the unwholesome behaviors, cultivate wholesome behaviors, and again, being compassionate towards others, being of service and helping others, however that may be, to the best of my ability. And to renounce my attachment to, we talk about samsara, this cycle of existence, that me chasing this and me chasing that, I want this and I want that, that we even chase it into the next life if we're not being mindful. If I'm attached to things of the world, the things that I want, I think I want, but to have this renunciation of samsara, I always like to say, to just really step off that merry-go-round and to really try to let go of an attachment to self, so to have appreciation and joy for this human birth, to use my time wisely, to be kind and loving towards all, and to be in this world but not of this world, and to, again, with mindfulness and an open heart. And it takes practice. So that's why, again, I remind myself every morning. So the third slogan, and again, if you're not familiar with these slogans are very short, very pithy. And number 3, it just says, examine the nature of unborn awareness. Examine the nature of unborn awareness. So as you're sitting, meditating, she goes on to say, look at your mind at just simple awareness itself. Examine doesn't mean to analyze. It means just looking and seeing if there's anything solid to hold on to. Our mind is constantly shifting and changing. Just look at that. So as you sit, and that's how, we practice with the moving mind, seeing that everything is constantly flowing, and being able to release any kind of grasp on these thoughts, seeing that these thoughts are just dreamlike. They're not solid, they don't exist. They're not happening right now. I mean, they're bouncing around in this head if I let them. But to be able to go, oh, that even if it's thoughts of the past, it's no longer happening. And if it's thoughts of the future, it's all fantasy because it hasn't even happened yet. But to sit back and just observe the way the mind works, and to go, oh, I don't have to attach to that. I can give myself some space. And when I can do that for myself, then I can give others space and see that it's all dreamlike. And the more I continue to practice, when I say practice, more I continue practicing my meditation, using these tools of compassionate awareness, for myself, for others, I have this intention of helping all beings. To remember that when I say all beings, that includes myself. Not selfishly, not in a way that I'm self-seeking, not me before others. Just simply an inclusion in this infinite circle of all beings. And to try to meet each moment with friendliness and kindness, and understanding and acceptance as well, Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Safe travels if you're going to work or on your way home. And just try to remember at any moment, you can just close your eyes and just for a split second, especially if the mind is wandering, just take a moment to come back to right here, right now, right here, back to the heart. So in closing, feel free to close your eyes again if you like. And may any good that comes out of our practice, may we carry it with us in our hearts. And may we share it outward with the world. May all beings be filled with happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the supreme joy. And may they always abide in peace and equanimity. May all beings be happy of heart. May they be free from suffering. May they be joyous, and may they be free. Bye, everyone.